Yes, yes. Good morning, Zaga, Yaga. You know the vibes. You rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. Showtime Sizzle. I am the sauce, man. Sha News. Top of the morning, everybody. Hopefully, everybody is going to get to it. Um, it is Wednesday, Hump Day. To me, I feel like I'm out the Matrix. You know, we got a little bit of inclement weather up here in New York. So, with that being said, I was at work around the clock Monday. I didn't go home until Tuesday evening. Yeah, it was one of those events. But nonetheless, here it is Wednesday, back in the saddle. Um, we had a 4 a.m. start, right, today. But, my body was not letting me get there at 4, so I'm heading in now. I just sometimes the only way to as a human, the only way to really refuel up is to get rest. I needed my rest, man. Like I said, I did 32 straight hours. I didn't even go to the gym last night. They got some good work down there. A lot of good sparring was going on. I couldn't even make it to the gym. That's how tired I was. But like I said, we are here now. Support the channel. I'm probably gonna drop some more. If you've been noticing, Mr. Kill Two Birds with One Stone, I've been dropping a lot of more content, like shorter videos, right? I think I'm gonna stay with that format. You know, I dropped what I think take two. Did I drop two or three yesterday? I might have dropped three videos yesterday. Three little short videos. Definitely check them out. Support the channel. I'm probably gonna follow that up later on today with some more. Give y'all some more of that sauce. Because it was a video I wanted to do yesterday, but I just didn't get around to it. Like I said, when your body starts to shut down, it shuts down. But definitely support that Bud Crawford video. Um, Shout out to WCS. WCS did an excellent live. The chat was positive, but you had a couple of the Earl mites, Earl sexuals, whatever you want to call it, coming in there. But the overall live was dope. I think that's the key notes, right, that was spoken on in that live that WCS did, right. If you're not a Crawford fan, right, but you claim to be an Earl Spence fan, right, why don't you put out content on Earl Spence, right, instead of putting out negative, derogatory, narrative driven content on Crawford? See, all that has done now, right? And I touched on this a little bit in my video, right? All that has done, right, basically is it has elevated Crawford, right? It has elevated him. And I spoke on that in my video. Like, y'all hated that man to success on the YTC, the so-called Earl Spence fanatic fan base, right? Because instead of putting out content on your favorite fighter, everybody can have their choice, their picks, who they like. Y'all chose the latter to always put out content, thumbnails on Terrence Crawford. Now Terrence Crawford is in movies. He's gonna be in Creed 3s and video games. And the funny thing is, right? A lot of the narratives, right? Oh man, asking early in the morning. A lot of the narratives that y'all was putting out there on him, he totally flipped around on y'all, man. He was on the red carpet Monday night. I think that was Monday night, right? Yeah, it was Monday night because he posted yesterday. So he's on the red carpet in Hollywood because he got a small role in Creed 3, right? And it's funny. I was like, I found the irony in that, because here's a guy that y'all said is unpopular, uh, doesn't do interviews, doesn't sell, but yeah, he was on the Hollywood red carpet, rubbing elbows with movie stars. Then he got a picture up there with Dr. Dre. He was doing this thing, had cameras in his face, doing interviews on the red carpet. I just laughed, so I had to do a video on that, because I was like, man, these dudes done hated Crawford into success, man. And like I said, shout out to Coach Malachi, True Media Today, USA Boxing. He said some positive stuff in the chat too, man. Like, for all you Earl Spence fans, right? Where are the Earl Spence videos? Like, you guys be so quick to jump on Crawford for ducking and fighting this one, and ducking this and doing this, right? But what is the actual update with your fighter? What's the update with your fighter? What's your favorite fighter? Who's he fighting? What is he doing? See, you know what it really is, what it boils down to, right? Um, Everything that you talk about in regards to Crawford is really your fighter, your favorite fighter in Spence. Like, you guys really don't have no access to him. You pretty much don't know what he's doing. You have to speculate off of whatever he posts on Twitter or IG or his storyline. Um, and know what you guys do. I find it funny what you guys do. Whereas Crawford, right, the guy who's not supposed to be accessible, he's out there. He's fighting. He's like, okay, he just fought December 10th, right, of last year, right. See how he fought Sean. So he's trying to stay busy, right? He's trying to stay active. You guys are upset because you want to blame him for the Spence fight not happening, right? But riddle me this, right? When the Spence fight fell through, right? Earl Spence is on record to saying that he could have fought in November, prior to the second accident, the hit and run with that kid, December, all the stuff with or without Crawford. We are in March. Today is March 1st, the third month of the new year, 23. He still hasn't fought or announced a fight date. But yet, you guys still want to run around and do videos and thumbnails on Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford, man. Hopefully y'all catching this sauce this morning. And salute to the ones that's going to play this back. You know what y'all call yourself, playback gang? You know? But that's like, I just was sitting back observing, man. I've been observing for a minute. Like I said, I took a little break as far as like busting down these lives and all that. I took a little break, man. Every once in a while it's good to take a break to free your mind. You know, um, you got to do that sometimes, man. Especially dealing with this YTC jungle, like WCS would say. When you're dealing with this YTC jungle, because the YTC, man, it's like, to be honest with you, y'all love to talk about boxing, how boxing has no regulations. The YTC does it, man. You don't have to be like, you can tell there's a lot of people on the YTC right now. I'm gonna sound like a psychiatrist, right? Right? It's people. You can tell it's so many people on the YTC that are miserable. That they don't have nothing going on in life, because some of the stuff that they tend to focus on, it shows, man. It shows. Like, I'm still gonna get an extra half hour overtime. See, I ain't even rushing here. know I wasn't coming in at 4, man. 4 was a stretch, boy. After doing 32 hours straight, like that wasn't gonna be me, man. I didn't have it in me today. I really didn't. But nonetheless, I'm here. I'm on deck. On deck. But yeah, let me go in here, get to what I gotta get to, right? I'll come back for my belongings. Yeah, that's my keys. I hear my keys rattling. Damn. Damn. It's still cold out here, boy. Damn. It's my man Dennis D. Dole. A lot of guys retired, man. A lot of guys retired. They don't moved on. Morning, y'all. What up? You came in at 4 too? No, I did. I did. Morning, Joe. Come on, come on. Fam, you can feel me. Hey. You know, it's really nothing out there yet. Walking right through.
Yeah, it's only taking two.
Yeah, I'm gonna take hold of that.
Almost has it, yeah.
Oh, that one's okay.
Yeah.
How you doing? Fuck down, man. Fuck that. Stay with those funky ass dude. Man. Hey. Oh, man. Give me a second, man. I'm putting my headset on.
You take a 40.
Pick up 40. Okay. Is the keys in there?
Yeah, let's go with the pizza. He's next. Lemon.
Okay, okay. That's cool. Yeah. So take 40.
40, go out the
Okay. Hopefully the keys is in there. That'll work. That'll work. All right. All right. Right. They took my truck, man. They took my truck with the tree crew. Oh man. But I rock out with a pickup truck as long as it got heat, right? Motherfucker better have heat, man. They got a plow on it. They gotta have some heat though, man. Gotta have some heat and some gas, man. I fuck with the pickup truck right now. They gotta have some heat and some gas. Cause it's cold out here, boy. And it's icy. All right, let me text my. All right, gotta text my guy back. Tell him what's going on. Yeah, text him back. I told him I got 40. The keys in here? Nah, man. These better be the keys right here. Let's see. Dudes don't be putting the keys back, man. Nah, these ain't even the keys. God damn it. Now, see, dudes be taking keys, right? And don't be putting the keys back on the board, man. Idiots. Nah, man. Can't be doing that, man. Uh, So now I gotta go try to find these keys, right? See, dudes be up here thinking these are their personal vehicles. It is what it is, though, man. But yes, man, y'all done hated my man Bud. Yo, y'all they ain't gonna say because they ain't denial. Yeah, but Bud's profile done grew up, done blew up, man. Bud's profile done blew up, man. I mean, all the negative narrative stereotypes that they've been pushing about him on the YTC, he done flipped that. He done flipped that. For real. I gotta find these keys though, man. Give me a second, y'all. Take the keys, right? That's what's wrong with this place, man. People be taking keys, don't be returning them, man. They gotta stop that shit, man. That's wrong. Hey, the keys ain't on the board. They wasn't in the truck either. So, 40. Who's in 40? Alan. Alan. Yeah, that's the ones I tried to use for him. None. Or maybe it might have been. GS 427.
They got many keys to go through on you.
Nah. No, not at all.
All right, thanks. All right. Done drainage.
So,
Yeah, right. Okay.
here's a little story about. Gotta go over the drainage, man. Gotta go to drainage. It's the runaround game, man. See, this is the life of a municipality worker. Good in here. Change the size. Nice. No. Nothing to do it. No.
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah, right there. Yeah. Oh, wait, yeah. Yeah.
That's why I had to break. You called me, that's why I want to come back.
Okay.
I'm gonna plug in a drop plow and watch.
All right. Drop the plow and wash it. All right, y'all. It's up. Found my keys. You see the dilemmas? Shout out to WCS in the building. I found my keys. Go head to my area. Might go grab me some grub, man. Man. I ain't got my big machine. I got a pickup truck. Nice little plow on it. A little easier to maneuver. A lot easier to maneuver. You know? A lot easier to maneuver with this. You heard? Just gotta let this. I know this boy is an ice box, man. Yeah, damn, you hear how cold? Yeah, you hear? This joint come up, man. But in the between time, uh, Earl Spence fan base, man. Start putting out content on Earl Spence, man. You know, the Bud Crawford, or the Bud Crawford videos, man. But like I said, salute to y'all, man. Y'all got Bud in an excellent place. Um, he's up, man. He's up. He's marching. You know. But shout out to Coach Malachi WCS for that live yesterday. All the good comments. Like instead of y'all directed so much of your energy into trying to knock what Bud got going on, report on what your boy got going on. That's what y'all need to concentrate on, man. You know, concentrate on what he has going on, man. And I want to say this too, right? Maybe the reason why, because somebody told me this, I don't know how true it is. That's why I want to say alleged. Um, Allegedly, those guys over there, they can't really make no deals unless it is approved. I don't know how true that is. I don't know how true that is. March 1st, man. I would show y'all how it's looking, man. This truck is a straight ice. Like I need a scraper, man. I can't see. No. See, we got ain't no scraper in here, man. See, one thing about my truck, I got the heated windows, man. Ain't no heated windows in this pickup, man. This old pickup, this old Ford. This is an old ass Ford they got me in, yeah. See how long it's taking for the damn it's taking forever. Yo, this it's like a block of ice on the windshield. A lot, man. Let me spice it up, man. Man, April 1st, man. This guy right here is looking to become a world champion. That guy right there is looking to become a world champion. Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Hard Rock Cafe. Yo, the rooms are sold out already, yo. Couldn't believe that, man. Everything is sold out, man, for that weekend. I can't believe that, man. All the rooms are sold out. That must be like a major hub out there. Tulsa, Oklahoma. All the rooms are sold out. I want to say this too, right? Check the source out. The following week is the Shakur Stevenson card in Newark, right? Um, at first, I was like, man, I would have rather loved to have been on that card, right? But then when I sat down and I analyzed it, I was like, you know what? This is a blessing in disguise because not for nothing, we fought on a couple Shakur cards. We fought on the last card in Newark in September, last September. We also fought on the card in Vegas with Shakur. Oklahoma Tulsa is a whole nother market. So that's how I looked at it. I was like, you know what? Take the good out of it. You want to be closer to home and fight in Newark, but Tulsa's a whole different region, a different market to tap into for Jihad to display his talent. So you got to take the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I'm going to definitely do a short video on that April 8th card. That April 8th card in Newark, Shakur Stevenson card is loaded. Um, definitely gonna do be mindful of that. I'll probably drop that video within an hour or two, give or take. An hour failing. And it's taking forever for this damn for the this window to defrost, man. It is what it is. I got 8 hours, right? Yeah, yeah. That's Robesi right there, man. The main event is gonna be fireworks. For him and Dog Bay, fireworks, man. Fireworks, but fireworks. Let me highlight my guy, man. Y'all done hated that man right there. Y'all hated that man to start him. I still can't go nowhere, man. I can't see. I'm trying to mess with some of these. All right, that's better. That's better. Now I can see a little bit. All right, see a little bit. Let's get this plow up. Go. Let's get up out of here. Yeah, this is like weird. I'm driving a pickup truck, y'all. I ain't used to this. Pickup. That's my area, y'all. Go get my stuff out of my car. Turn right eye, though. It's right eye. All right, y'all. I'm back on deck. My bad. Yo, let me get back into what I was telling y'all. I had to grab some of my personal stuff, my personal vehicle. James Gang, salute. Yeah, let me get back to what I was saying, right? See this picture right here? That's Bud Crawford. He has a role in the new Creed movie. But this picture was taken in Newark, New Jersey. Oh, Jay, slow down, Jay. This picture was taken in Newark, New Jersey, right? The Shakur Stevenson Fight Week. This picture right here, I didn't see Terrence Crawford at at the 7-Eleven. I seen him at the hotel. I also seen him at the weigh-in, as shown here. Um, but like I was saying, dude's been putting out so much slander on this man right here that it done elevated his profile, right? And now you guys are still somewhat upset, right? That the WBO has mandated him to fight Alexis Roca, right? But I say this, right? At least he's fighting. He's fighting, right? So for you guys that claim he's a duck, he's this, that, and the third, do your research on BoxRec, right? Your favorite fighter that you love to slander Terrence Crawford over, but not do no material on him, has fought once a year since 2019. 2019 was the last time. That was, I guess, it was prior to the accident. Was the last time that he fought twice. He fought twice in 2019, right? Prior after that, he's been fighting once a year, once a calendar year, right? Another thing that y'all fail to highlight, right, is Tank Davis is the star over there now, man. I know y'all will probably try to debunk that, talking about he doesn't do bigger pay-per-views, this, that, and the third. Listen, why are Showtime, Steven Espinoza, the PBC constantly giving him pay-per-view cards though? And do your own research on this, right? From the time we'll go off of when both of them had a pay-per-view, right? Earl Spence, or any of those fighters over there, right? Earl Spence had a pay-per-view in April, right? Ugas. It's been a whole year since he's fought again, right? A whole year about to go by. Tank Davis, on the other hand, right, came back with a pay-per-view in May, Memorial Weekend. That's one. Now they won one. They followed Tank Davis's pay-per-view up. He just dropped another one January against Hector Garcia. 2-1 now. He's following that one up April 22nd, Ryan Garcia. 3-1. So from the time that y'all favorite fighter, who you love to knock Bud Crawford over, had one pay-per-view, Tank is on his third. The writing is on the wall, man. Who are they really pushing over there? Now I'm gonna break it down to y'all so y'all can understand this sort. I know that probably went over heads right there, right? Who are they pushing over there? Whose album? Let's use it like the music business. Whose album are they pushing? If they only put out one album, we'll do the pay-per-views as albums, right? They put out one album a piece last year, a month after each other, right? A month after each other, they both dropped the album. Spence dropped his album. Tank Davis dropped his album. We'll look at Showtime, PBC as the record company, right? After they both dropped their albums a month apart, April, May, the record label, Showtime, PBC, that's the record label. All the heads met up. They said, you know what? We're going to drop more Tank Davis albums. That's what you see going on. Tank Davis is going to be on his third pay-per-view since they both initially dropped albums. Are y'all catching that sauce? Did y'all catch that sauce? I broke it down to you. But see, most of these clowns, these goofballs, these cornballs, right? Cornballs, right? They get on here and they'll spew venom. They spew venom on Crawford, right? But they won't spew venom about what's actually really taking place and unfolding. What I just broke down to y'all is really what's taking place, what's unfolding. See, I didn't make that up. Those are the actual facts. That's the actual what's really going on. I didn't make that up. That's a fact. They grooming they are grooming boots, man. James Gang, salute to James Gang. Smash that like button for me. Appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, they are grooming them, man. But they're not. They grooming boots. Tank is in the driver's seat, man. Tank is in the driver's seat. And just like I was talking with one of my comrades last night before I crashed and fell asleep, the writing been on the wall, man. Tank is there. They're behind Tank. And if he has a successful showing against Ryan Garcia, right? When I say successful, I mean like he goes out there and does what he does, gets a vicious knockout. It's up, man. It's up, man. He's gonna really Because he's already, listen, when you think about it, now I got to put on my media marketing hat, right? When you think about it from a media marketing standpoint, right? Contrary to what all these people like to push, right? Tank Davis, like star power wise, right? He has the young entertainers, the rappers, all the celebrities pulling up to his events. Just look at his last fight in DC. He had a Philadelphia prominent artist and Meek Mills, right, at his fight. Meek Mills is from Philly. y'all. I had got booted out to because I'm on the road. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the road. But back to what I was saying about Tank Davis, right? Tank Davis is the crossover star over there, man. It is what it is. And they don't, like I said, the Earl Spence fans are in denial, no accountability. They don't want to acknowledge it. But if y'all was in here and I just ran off the breaking the source down in terms of PBC being the record label and Showtime being the record label and Tank and Earl being the artist, they're putting out more Tank Davis albums than Earl Spence albums. And I just broke that down to y'all from a media marketing standpoint. But hey, what do I know? What do I know, right? But yes, shout out to Tank Davis. Like I said, man, we are rooting for you, young brother. Um, like I said, he has a outstanding performance against the Ryan Garcia April 22nd, man. It's only up from here from him, man. Because like I said, contrary to what they want to push on the YTC, right? Tank Davis has the backing of the record label, man. The numbers show it. Yeah, I know y'all want to get on here and say this guy's the big draw, this, that. No, he really isn't. Because if he was, he'd be fighting more often. They will be pushing more of his albums. He would be on, shout out to the mad rapper, the mad producer. It's my fourth album, son. And he would be on his fourth album. If you compare the amount of pay-per-view fights, Tank Davis has the most pay-per-view fights over there. Look it up yourself. In a short amount of time, he done walked. Listen, he done walked them down, bro. Down. Tank Davis, these are facts, man. See, when the source comes on here, I'll give y'all some real facts, man. Not just internet facts, frontline facts. Facts are facts. Like, you know what they like to say? Facts. These are real facts, man. Tank Davis is on his third album. Since they all dropped album, right? That's what we got to look at it like a record label, so y'all can understand it, right? They're major artists over there: Deontay Wilder, Earl Spence, Tank Davis, and that's probably about it. With the three top artists, right? Deontay Wilder has dropped his album in October. He's looking to venture off, him and Shelly Finkel. It's no secret he's coming back. I did the piece on that yesterday. Anywhere from, what do you say, May, June, December. He's trying to fight 3 times in a year, so he got to get the ball moving, right? Tank already is up, man. Tank is going to be on his second fight of 2023. Second major album push, pay-per-view. We're talking about pay-per-views like albums. January, he dropped the album, Hector Garcia. He's following that album up in April with a second album. Tank is already on pace for getting 3 fights this year. Isn't he? Somebody smash the like button, put a source in the comments if you're catching this, what I'm saying. I know a lot of the other fighters over there stated that they wanted to fight 3 times this calendar year. The only one that's on pace to doing that is Tank Davis, right or wrong. Smash a source in the comments if y'all catching this. Let me get to some of these comments, man. Shout out to Big Blunts in the building. My guy Toby Bartlett. Salute Showtime Shy. Team Tucker. Yes, you know the vibes. He says Tank has the machine behind him like 50 did. That's a fact, James. He says salute Big Blunts, James Gang WCS. Salute Toby. Salute Toby Pop WCS. Earl Kang. Earl Kang is downhill from here. Yeah, it seems to look that way. Speaking on Earl, right? I forget the fella that said it, right? It was a fella in WCS's chat last night. He said Earl Spence is scamming his fans. He's selling his T-shirts at pay-per-view prices. I found that funny, man. I found that real funny that he said that. Is it right what some people are saying that Taylor is Ryan on the Zone and not Showtime? I only seen things about the Zone showing it. Nah, it's on Showtime, Toby. That's a Showtime pay-per-view. It's a Showtime pay-per-view. Showtime has the rights to that fight. And watch this. Check my vocab out right here. I don't know the full logistics on how they're working that out. If the Zone is going to also display it on the Zone, but I know Showtime has the rights. So, I'm not, on the board, like people like to say, with either one of those companies. That's why I said I don't know the actual logistics. It's the sauce. But shout out to that man right there, Omaha, man, Big Bud, man. I didn't see him at 7-Eleven. This was at the Wayans. And salute to that lady in the background. That is Keyshawn Davis's lovely mother right there, Miss Davis, man. This also was at the hotel with the team. As you can see, Uncle Terry, Coach Terry, young Bam Bam Jihad, present and future world champions right here, man. Know what I mean? That's the team. I've been on for an hour, man. Gave y'all a good hour sauce. I'm gonna vibe out with y'all, man. I'm on the clock. Just to kill two birds with one stone. I'm gonna give y'all a couple of videos. This picture right here. A lot of future champions in this picture right here, man. The two guys on the ropes right there. The father is a renowned trainer coming up. You're gonna be hearing about him in Philadelphia. That's his son. Next to him, he's a junior Olympian. I think he's a 3-time, 4-time national champion. You see Jamali Tucker, 2-time national champion, ranked number 1 in the nation. We got the nationals coming up, the national qualifiers coming up in Detroit, March 18th to the 25th. A lot of the guys from Marley. One thing about Marley, they're not gonna say this, so I'm gonna say it for them, a highlight for them. Marley kicked in the doors for our team. I think this qualifier, I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of our fighters are going to the nationals. Whether they place, win, or whatever, it's good just to get out there and test the waters. There, 5 of our guys are set to fight in this nationals at Detroit, and they don't want to see. I'm gonna tell you, I speak my mind and I speak freely because that's what I do. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people, like I said, they might not like it, but I know they respect it because I see how they're trying to move and emulate a lot of the moves of the Source experience. But I call a spade, man. My nephew kicked in the door. Like y'all wasn't doing nationals like that. They wasn't really a lot of guys was just local. They was happy to do the little local, be the big fish in a small pond. Like, nah, that's not the vibe, man. You're gonna be a stepper, be a stepper. You gotta go to these national tournaments. You gotta get out your backyard. And see, Marley kicked in the door. So now they want to see how much talent we really have. But it is what it is. Like I said, salute to Marley and the guy, gang, gang. That's what the young boys say, gang, gang. You know, gang, gang. Salute to the team. But yeah, I'm eager to see that fight, man. April 1st. I think I might do a couple videos. I might do a video on that. See, a lot of videos when it pertains to Jihad and the team, I kind of not do because I don't want to be, when I do my media thing, I don't want to come off as biased. I don't be wanting to come off as biased. You know, that's the only reason I didn't do but I might do a piece on that because that card is loaded, man. I might drop that video too when I wrap this up. Because like I said, that card, the Robesi Ramirez April 1st card in Tulsa, Oklahoma, is stacked. You got Abdullah Mason on that card. You got Tiger Johnson on that card. You got Dante Benjamin on that card. You got Xander. Um, you also got Robesi and Dog Bay as the main event for the WBO title at 126. Man, that's gonna be fireworks, man. And they're sold out already. The Hard Rock Cafe is sold out. All the rooms are sold out. Sold out, man. You know? And I was like, somebody hit me up because they was trying to get a room. And I was like, I gave them the information. They was like, yo, they're sold out. I was like, for real? I didn't think that, man. But I guess, like I said, that's probably a major hub. I wouldn't think that. I'm like, Tulsa, Oklahoma, you know? I figured they would have some rooms still at the Hard Rock Cafe. They was like, nah. Like, damn. Because one thing about, like, for those of y'all that attend fights, right? Especially the ones that do media work. If you do media work, real actual media work, journalism, photography, interviews, and all that, when you stay at the hotel that the fighters stay at, right? And you're in the hotel, it's so easier to acquire material. When I say material, I mean work. Because the fighters all the fighters stay at the same hotel, right? Pretty much. And, you know, the teams, everybody's in the hotel. So you see one another in the elevators, you see one another in the lounges, the lobby, I said the lounges, the lobbies, the restaurants, things of that nature. So it's easier to work. Like a lot of times, I found it coming up, like even when I didn't have credentials, just being at the hotel, you know, like granted, when you get credentials, right, for these cards, these fight cards, like it's so much easier to work because like when you have credentials especially with Top Rank, I noticed this with Top Rank. Top Rank, when it comes to the media, right? They let their guys really work. Like you have access to the fighters like prior to the press conferences, right? This is what Top Rank does, and I have been noticing this with Top Rank. Top Rank has a separate they will have a separate like prior to the press conference, they have what they like to call a VIP press conference. Now the VIP press conference, they give media that is awarded credentials. You have the opportunity to interview the fighters that's actually in the press conference on the card at the prior to the press conference. And it's kind of dope, man. It's dope. I've been involved with a couple of them now. It's kind of dope. So you're able, you don't have to. It's not like, and you get one-on-one interviews. So it's not like for those of y'all that actually cover fights and do this, it's not like the media scrums. And I know the PBC is synonymous for the media scrums. Cause see, a lot of stuff with the PBC, they more so wanted to have that now I'm speaking from a journalist standpoint, media standpoint. With the PBC and Top Rank, right? The PBC more so wants their fighters to make it seem like the media, the internet media, the guys like that, they want to make it seem like we're more paparazzi type. Because if you ever notice like PBC events, they always try to have like the fighters walking, and you see the media like following them, asking them questions. That's just how they have their set up to make it seem like it's more than what it is. Like you're chasing the fighters down to interview them and all that. Whereas Top Rank has more of a professional settings. Like you go to the Top Rank VIP thing, each fighter has their table, right? And I think they give you an hour, if I'm not mistaken. I know at Shakur's event, it was an hour. Tiafimo's, it was an hour. Um, each fighter has their table, right? With their name, their team is there with them. And all you have to do as a media with credentials is go and present yourself to the fighter, and they give you the interviews. You know, one-on-one interviews at that. It's not well. Somewhat keep professional. You gotta be mindful. There's other media people in there that want to do. I noticed that too. Some media, right? And I'm not gonna throw people underneath the bus, but like they try to hog time up. It's like, dog, you see it's a line, right? Like keep it cordial, man. Be professional. Like, you know you have other people behind you trying to interview the fighter too, or interview whoever. You're sitting there talking about nothing. Talking about nothing, not asking no real substantive questions. Hopefully, y'all will catch it in the sauce, man. You know, shout out to Toby Barler for the comment. He says, "Salute $1 million Marley future champion right there." Yes, Marley is. I missed the sparring yesterday. They was getting down yesterday, man. I was watching some of the footage. I was drained yesterday, man. 32 straight hours to do that to you, man. I clocked it. Yo, we clocked it Monday. I was talking to my man WCS yesterday when I was getting off on my en route to going home, right? Um, and I was like, yo, I was just out of it. Like I was driving home, but the car was driving itself. I was still thinking it was Monday. Here it is. Wait, today is Wednesday, man. When you work around the clock, it happens. It says, can y'all still hear me? Y'all still hear me? 'Cause I just got a notification that says my browser lost. Let's see. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Y'all can still hear me. Let me change my what's the name. I don't know what's going on. Oh, appreciate that, James gang. Yeah, I just got a notification telling me that I lost service, but I guess not. Yeah, see. Not know what's going on with StreamYard, man. StreamYard is hating on me, man. StreamYard is hating on me, man. You know it is. The source is getting too potent right now, man. StreamYard is really hating on me, man. They kicking me out. You know why? Because they starting to see my audience is growing. They don't like that, man. They don't like when I give y'all the source. See how I was breaking down, like, and I noticed that whenever I give out gems, on like some of the behind the scenes stuff that goes on as far as in the industry with the media, as far as interviews and all that. They try to jam up my frequency. I noticed that, man. For real. That's what just happened right there, man. But listen, back to what I was saying as far as like the working and all that. Top Rank be on point with it. Matchroom too. Matchroom too. Um, they you they let you work. Whereas and this is like I said, this is no knock on the PBC because one thing about me, when I do put on my media hat and I want to do interviews, I don't need credentials, man. Like I'm not a credential type of dude, you know. Like I appreciate the credentials when I do get them, but I like to. I'm more so like the UGK underground media. I like to work. I like because I know a lot of people, man. You know what I'm saying? Over the years of building and networking, I know a lot of people. So like I don't. I like to just because a lot of times, right? When companies when these companies give you credentials, right? And I'm gonna use this dude right here for prime example. Fred Hawthorne, Barbershop Conversations, right? Yo, Barbershop Conversations, right? I remember coming up in the ranks with him. Um, he was one of the PBC's favorites, right? He was one of the PBC's favorites. He used to always get credentials with the PBC. And I remember I never used to get credentials with the PBC, but you wouldn't know that from my catalog of PBC fighters and interviews, right? But I used to always tell him, right? I used to always tell him, like, yo, this is when we was kind of cordial and cool with it, right? I'd be like, yo, they not official, bro. They deny people credentials all the time that actually out here doing the do, right? Now fast forward, look, he lost his credentials. Once he lost his credentials, he couldn't even flow no more. He just turned into the rebel when he lost his credentials. Because he didn't know how to hunt. He didn't know how to flow. Because he was so used to, and I used to always use this as a like how I just used the album sales and the record label. I used to use this reference to the media, right? I used to say like a lot of media that get credentials, they're zoo animals. You know how you go to the zoo and you see a lion, you see a hyena, you see these predatorial animals, right? But they have been domesticated. They don't know how to hunt. A person such as myself and there's others that we don't always get credentials. We always didn't get credentials. Like the picture that I'm showing right now as a team member and all that, we always didn't get that. So we had to hunt. We had to be real wild animals and hunt for our food, hunt for our prey, hunt for our interviews, right? You will always be strong. You will always like when you do get in the room, right? That's why people don't understand. They be like, man, yo, Shy, when you do these interviews and get in the room, it's like you just be because I'm a wild animal at the end of the day. I'm not a domestic animal. I'm used to hunting. I'm used to like remember the Tupac video that Tupac said? I was Tupac. What Tupac said, we are hungry, please let us in. I'm going to the hotel asking them, yo, can I get a slice of bread? Can I get a sandwich? They was always telling me, yo, there's no food here. But yet, opening the doors, I'm seeing them in there having food fights. They're throwing around turkey, egg, and cheeses. They're throwing around jerk chicken. They're throwing around rice and peas and curry goat. But yet they're telling me to my face, there's no food here. Now, so finally, I had to hunt for my food. But now that I'm in the room, I'm so used to hunting, it's so easy for me to work. Hopefully, y'all caught that sauce right there. James Gant said they do that to me. They want us to buy the new package. Yeah, but yeah, my man Fred Hawthorne, when they took his credentials, look, my joint is freezing up again. I don't know, man. See, I'm giving too much of the real inside of intel off, man. I remember covering some of these events, right, with some of your favorite YouTubers, right? And yeah, they used to be like, right? I used to see one thing about me. That's why I would say, the vibes, right? I pick up on people's energy. I pick, and yeah, and listen, one thing too, I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm a very spiritual dude, right? It's just in me, right? If your energy is off, my spirit being is gonna pick up on it. It's gonna pick up on it, and then your actions show that too, man. Like somebody that's for you, that wants to see you win, it shows. It shows in their actions. It shows in everything, right? And I remember this one particular fight card I was covering, right? And I seen the dude, right? And we was all there, and I came off the hotel escalator, and I seen him in the lobby, and I seen his facial expression. I immediately picked up on it, right? He looked like he had a bag of lemons in his mouth. He was sour. He was sour, right? And I said to myself, like, damn, why are you so sour and bitter? You were supposed to be the man, right? You're supposed to be the man, but yet you're sour and bitter. You're upset. Why are you upset? You're the man, but yet he really wasn't the man. You understand what I'm saying? That's why he was sour and bitter. Because he said, matter of fact, I think I was getting off the elevator with David McWaters too at the time. That was prior to me doing interviews with him and linking up with him. Shout out to David McWaters. If you know, you know. That is Split T. A lot of fighters, man. He got a lot of fighters. He also Teofimo Lopez. Um, Dante Benjamin is his fighter, I believe. Uh, he has a lot of fighters. Heaven Brady. I think Tiger Johnson. You got a lot of fighters, man. Shout out to David McWaters, man. Abraham Nova. A lot of fighters, man. A lot of fights. But listen, man, I'm gonna jump off of this, man, because I want to start putting together some of my videos now. I want to jump on boxing scene, read a couple of articles, and give y'all some videos. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. We are growing, grooving, trying to give you actual authentic boxing intel, from a team insider perspective, as well as a journalistic standpoint too. Yeah, my bad. I had to mute the mic. I was talking to somebody. I didn't want them all in our Kool-Aid. But yeah, like I was saying, like I try to give y'all authentic, from a team behind the scenes aspect. The journalist thing, I've been doing that, man. UGK it is over 10 years of that. But now more so I try to give y'all like a little insight, behind the scenes insight. And I use my daughters to do that as well. And the gems that I drop for y'all, right? And I'm gonna close on this, right? When when dudes be saying, right, and shout out to the like, I have people in the game that I throw certain nuggets to behind the scenes. 'Cause that's what you're supposed to do as media, as solid media. Like when you have a lot of times you might not be able to leak out information, but what you do, you can pass it out to others, right? And I do that sometimes, right? Like this right here. I hit my man off when I knew that Edgar Berlanga was going with Matchroom. I knew the deal was done already, right? They just didn't announce it. So I told my peoples, like, yo, gave them the heads up, like, yo, Edgar's with Matchroom. It's gonna come out. He's with Matchroom. Sure enough, it came out. Just like that's how you know a lot of dudes that do this YouTube stuff, they're not official. And I say that because I know that. Because when Jihad was fighting, right, April 1st, right? Especially if you're down with a team, you're really on the team, right? You know the fight date already. A lot of times you can't speak on it at a contract like things, issues. Because the record label, I'm gonna use the record label again. The promotion company has to announce it first. But you know, like that's why I said like and salute to all the media that's calling these dudes out. Like, yo, why you always doing all these videos on Bud and you're not talking about your favorite fighter? He should know, like, if they're gonna fight, they already know. The fighters know, the teams know, the coaches know. You know, the handlers, the managers, different people know, like, all right, this is your date. And me and my guy was talking about that the other day, especially when you're the A-side fighter. As the A-side fighter, the house money fighter, you know when you're fighting, you know your date, right? You might not know your opponent. That's why like a lot of B-side opponents that they bring in, sometimes they don't know. Like as the A-side fighter, you know you're fighting. I'll use this date for example. You know you're fighting April 22nd, right? You might not have your opponent, but you know that's your date. Now what the matchmakers are doing and your manager and other people that handle those type of things, they're trying to line you up an opponent. But you know already, you're fighting April 22nd. You just don't know who your opponent is. Now that's when the greasy side comes into the game of boxing. Like they might find you an opponent, a B side opponent. Now you're in training camp. You're doing your 8-week training camp. Your opponent they might find, he might only have 4 weeks, 6 weeks, whereas you had a full training camp. You see that? You see how I just gave y'all some inside nuggets? And me and my guy was talking about that the other night. Like the A-side fighter is always prepared. He knows, yo, this is your date. This is your date. Be on weight. Be ready. Hopefully y'all caught that sauce, man. Yes, he did. Oh man, great comment, James Gang. He definitely did become Agent Smith. He turned into the Rebel INS, man. He got real bitter, yo. He got real bitter and sour, man, because he lost his credentials, man. And yeah, I'm gonna say this too with him, right? I knew dude was kind of, to me, like he knows a lot, but it's like, bro, if you know all this inside stuff, behind the scenes stuff, you should have been a manager already. Like it's easy to get a manager license. It's just like a regular license. But the only thing, like you could become a manager, but you gotta actually have fighters. You know, you gotta have fighters. And to be a manager, especially like with him, now I'm talking about your man. He has all this money allegedly. When you got money, it's easy to play the game, bro. He claims to be a millionaire, so he should have some fighters, man. If you're a millionaire, right? Allegedly, it's easy to be a manager. It's easy to rub elbows with these people. Get a promoter license. Put on little local shows, man. You know it is, especially if you got money. If you got big, long money, you're a millionaire. It's easy to get into the game, bro. It's easy, man. It's harder for guys that don't got capital because it takes a little capital to do certain stuff in the boxing game. But if you got capital, especially how dudes be claiming they got capital, it's easier to maneuver in the game. Hopefully y'all caught that sauce, man. But yes, we're gonna close on that, man. Like I said, man, I gave y'all an hour. Look, I've been on an hour and 28 minutes, man. I might come back on this evening how I feel. I'll definitely be in the gym tonight on deck with the girls, Coach Reen and things. But yes, like, share, subscribe. Yo, let's close out with some vintage sauce, man. Just to show y'all, man, how long I've been doing this. Classic underground media type level interviews.
If you can beat me, man.
Oh, man.
I'm a real one. I'm here. I'm waiting. I've been beaten in the amateurs. I've taken L's before. We haven't taken L's in years, bro. Because
One time,
we perfected the